And then, let's see, we'll get going. Okay, so let me just say really fast again for the recording that the workout today is going to focus on cardio and or while building strength. So you'll work out at your own level and pace, but keep in mind that the workout's designed so that you can get functionally fit and stay functionally fit. So let's get into the workout. We'll warm up with a ramp first, and then I'll explain exactly what we're going to do today. Like I said, today's going to be lots of options with much lower impact, especially for knees. Welcome, Barb. Okay, so let's go. So we're going to start with our ramp. It's going to be similar to our one last week. We're going to get down on our knees, start with some hip circles. So planting the feet in the knees and then making as big of a circle as you can with your hips around that. We're going to go 4 in each direction. If you want to alternate, you can, or if you want to go 4 one way, then 4 the other. Totally up to you. But really get deep into those hips. You might feel a little bit of popping here and there, and that's totally okay. Once you hit 4 one way, we're going to go the other way. As you're getting into these hip circles, I want you to kind of decide why you're here today. What do you want to challenge yourself with? I want you guys to each pick something you want to challenge yourself with. If you want to challenge yourself with strength today, do that. If you want to challenge yourself with cardio and endurance today, go for that. Okay, we're going to switch to open half kneel T reach. So that's this guy again, making sure the foot's lined up with the knee, and then having one arm out in front, opening up that chest to make a T with the arms. We're going to go 5 on each side. Make sure that palm is facing me like we're trying to high five at the top. And point that, open up that thumb as you follow your thumb with your eye. One more on the right, or whatever side you're on. Finish off the rep down below, and then we're going to switch. So one thing with this knee here, you're really opening up the inner thigh and the hips by pressing it into the wall behind you the whole time. So when you're down here doing your T's, don't let that knee come in, meaning closer to your head. Keep it pushed back against the wall behind you. Okay, a couple more right here. Last one, finish off that rep down at the bottom. All right, go ahead and come out of it, and we are going to move into our toe touch to squat and reach. So if you remember this, start up just like you would with the squat, feet about hip width distance apart. Forward fold to get a nice stretch in those hamstrings. Down to the bottom of your squat. If you want to pry your knees apart with the elbows here, that's a great option. Arms up, and then squeeze at the top. We're going for 4 more. Forward fold, pry the knees, and reach. Go nice and slow here. Think about almost ragdolling your head and neck at the bottom of that forward fold. One more here. And reach. All right. Okay, we're going to move into a hip flexor stretch, about 30 seconds each side. So come down to that proposal position. If you want a little pillow or a mat under your knee, that's totally fine. Tuck the tailbone, drive the hips forward. So you shouldn't be able to move your knee very far forward because you're driving with the hips. You should feel a deep stretch down the front of that planted leg. Really connect with the breath here. As you think about your intention with this workout, go ahead and switch sides if you haven't already. Lots of opportunities to challenge yourself. All right, about 10 more seconds here. All right, as you come out of it, we're going to come down to that top of push-up hold. And we're going to go 5 ankle circles in each direction, which means 10 total per leg. So 20 total by the end. So top of push-up hold, you're not piking the hips or letting them sink down. Grip the floor kind of to make your fingertips turn white. That'll create a little more tension. And then 5 circles with the left leg counterclockwise and 5 clockwise. Warming up the core here. Switch legs when you've hit your rep count. Warming up the ankles, getting the juices flowing. All right, your abs should feel a little bit warm after that too. Okay, last one before we jump into our workout. We're gonna go for some marching hip bridge. I know you guys have done this before. Come down to your back, palms face the sky. Drive the hips up to the ceiling. You're squeezing the glutes like you're holding a $100 bill in there. And then you're alternating which knee you're pulling into the chest. So notice how I'm kind of keeping 90-degree angles behind my knees, and I'm not letting my hips drop. Keep driving those hips into the ceiling. All right, 2 more on each side. All right, and recover, come down. All right, grab a sip of water before we get going. I swear I have to have more water during my workouts when I teach because I'm talking so much. Okay, so while I'm kind of explaining, we're gonna start with a little warm up. I want you guys to do 40 line hops. Line hops are just forward and back, like you're hopping over an imaginary line. So let's just start to get the heart rate up with about 40 line hops. So you guys get going on that while I'm explaining. We're gonna have 4 circuits today, similar to last time. We're gonna repeat each circuit 3 times. Each circuit should be about 2.5 minutes. We'll get you out of here by 7:15. Our first circuit, you're gonna start with a boxer bounce right here, similar to where we were last time, or a side bounce, whatever you wanna call it. Just keeping the heart rate up. If you want an option here, you're marching, you can run in place too. Whatever feels best to you. We're gonna get going in about 12 seconds. After the bounce, we're gonna come down to some hip bridges, back to the bounce, and then to a plank. Follow me, I don't expect you to just know what to do, don't worry. Follow me as we go through the first round. You'll get a good idea for the second and third. Anybody have questions so far? Thumbs up if you're good. Okay, all right, so just to get in line with my timer, we're gonna wait 10 seconds and then we're gonna get going. If you wanna start that boxer bounce now, you can. Okay, we're going in 3, 2, 1. So your heart rate should already be in the green, about 70% of your max. We're just maintaining that for 30 seconds as we head into our first cardio peak. Keep it going, explode out of the toes. About 5 more seconds. 3, 2, 1. We're gonna come down to our hip bridges. What we're gonna do here is we're gonna hold for 3 seconds at the top, and we're just gonna go for 30 full seconds. So 1, 2, 3 at the top, and then drop those hips. Make sure your weight is not in your toes, but more in the heels or in your midfoot. 2, 3, and squeeze like it's nobody's business at the top. If you want to challenge yourself, I challenge you to press your thumbs into the ground. Create a little bit more tension in that core as you really zip up that rib cage. Okay, about 8 more seconds here. Keep holding, you guys got it. Last one. All right, and come down. We're going right back into that boxer bounce. Keep the heart rate up, don't let it come down yet. Oh. Keep it going. Just gonna mute everybody. All right. All right, a few more seconds here. And then instead of back to that hip bridge, we're going into a plank or top of push-up hold. So in about 5 seconds, we'll come back down to the ground. Lots of getting up and down today. All right, let's come down to that. Your option here we're holding plank for 30 seconds, or you're at top of push-up hold, whatever feels good for your body today, okay? We're going, 3, 2, 1. Squeeze those heels together, your knees together. Literally imagine that there's a piece of paper between your heels and your knees, and you don't want it to drop. And squeeze those glutes. You guys are there, 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Whew. If you're shaking a little, that's okay. That's where the magic happens. All right, no break yet. We're going right back into that boxer bounce. Keep the heart rate up. We're gonna try and level that heart rate out between 70, 78% of your heart rate max for this first circuit. So there won't be too many breaks, but you'll get some more in the second and third. Okay, so keep that heart rate up. Remember your options here. You're marching if that lateral bounce bothers the knees. Okay, 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Right back down to our hip bridge. You're squeezing for 3. I want you to think about prying your knees apart. Like I put a belt around your knees and you're trying to rip it off, macho style. 3-second squeeze at the top of every bridge here, guys. The harder you can squeeze, the more tension you can create, the more muscle you're going to be able to break down to rebuild more muscle fibers. Pry those knees apart and drive those thumbs into the floor to create a little bit more tension. All right, 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1. All right, come down. Right back into that boxer bounce. No rest for the wicked yet. Keep the heart rate up. Really connect with your breath. This bounce is kind of an active recovery, but we're not spiking the heart rate too much anywhere in this circuit. So see how you can push yourself. All right. About 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1, and come down to plank or top of push-up hold. But either way, remember you're squeezing those heels, knees, and ankles. The clock has started. Pay attention to where your hips are. Make sure you're not piking or letting those hips sink either. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Keep those eyes on your thumbs. I'm looking at the clock so I don't make you do a plank for forever. All right, 3, 2, and 1. Recover. All right, but not too much of a recovery yet, because we're going right back to that boxer bounce. Grab a sip of water at any point. If you need a breather, take a breather at any point. And jump right back in as soon as you can. If you are wearing a heart rate monitor and you can see that you're in about 70 to 78% of your heart rate max, you're probably at a good point to get going again. Your heart's been able to recover enough. All right, about 3 seconds. This is our last round of this first circuit. All right, let's come down to our hip bridge. Squeeze at the top. This is your last one, so see how hard you can make it. The challenge on this third circuit is, instead of holding for 3 seconds, you're gonna hold for the full 30. If you're not holding for the full 30 today, you're doing a 3-second hold at the top and then restarting a rep. All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1, join me. 30 seconds. Feel the heat in your backside, your hamstrings. Connect with the breath that keeps that rib cage zipped up. If I were in your living room with you and I came over to try and push you over, you're not gonna budge. All right, 5 seconds, you guys are there, hold it. 3, 2, 1, come down, right into that boxer bounce. Keep the heart rate up. Nice work, you guys. 30 seconds never felt so long as when you're doing planks and bridges, maybe burpees. All right, 10 seconds here. This one's quick. We're going right back into that plank. I've got a challenge for you if you're doing plank. Okay, let's come down to either top of push-up hold or plank. We'll get going in like 8 seconds because I'm going to show you this. So if you're doing a regular plank right here, your challenge this time is to make it hard style, which means watch my elbows. I'm going to pull my elbows into my rib cage just 1.5 inches or 2. You'll be amazed at how much harder it makes it. Make sure you're not feeling anything in the low back. And other than that, just keep squeezing. Okay, we're going to get going in 3, 2, 1. Pick your level. Hard style front plank, regular front plank, or top of push-up hold up on the hands. If you're in that top of push-up hold, you can still make it hard style if that feels okay on your wrists. If it bothers your wrists, don't do it. 10 seconds. Hold it, squeeze. You guys are there. 3, 2, and 1. Recover, come down. Whew. Okay, you guys should be sweating a little bit now. Heart rate should be up. Grab a sip of water. Everyone feeling good so far? Thumbs up if you are. Okay, good. All right, you survived our first circuit. You're 1/4 of the way through. Circuit 2, we're gonna get a little bit more cardio in here. So what we have, this is the most technical move we'll have all day, and it's not, hopefully isn't too challenging. Well, at least to get, it should challenge your cardiovascular system. We're doing a lateral 3-step with a squat at the end. So I'll show you what that is. So I'm going 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Whoop, if I don't fall over, and then squat. So let me show you a couple reps there. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, squat. Squeeze at the top. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, squat, squeeze at the top. So kind of like our lateral hops, except we have a step in between. So 1, 2, 3, and then 1, 2, 3. It might take the first round for you to kind of get used to it, and then that squat. So just remember, follow me because I'll be doing it with you. You'll get it by the second round if the first one feels a little shaky for you. If you would like an option here, you're not moving laterally today, that's totally okay. You're doing speed squats for the duration of the interval, okay? For 1 minute, that's our interval. All right, you've got about 15 seconds to recover. Catch your breath, get some water. And then the first round, I'll explain in between. So you'll get a little bit of a recovery in between each workout, each move, the first round. All right, okay, 1 minute with that lateral 3-step to the squat. You can go faster than me, you can go slower than me, but stick with the movement the whole time. And remember your option. If you're not moving laterally today, you're doing speed squats. Really keep that chest up, guys. If your knees are feeling up to the lateral work, I recommend you challenge yourself because that lateral work really strengthens the little muscles around the knee. Whoops, I did an extra. All right, now I'm back on track. About 10 more seconds, whatever your option is. Go for speed and distance. 5 seconds. See if you can get fit 1 more rep in. Whew. All right, okay. So second exercise, this is where you're gonna want, maybe you don't have to use weight, but if you want a super lightweight, I have peaches, canned peaches. Whew. We are going for bent over T's and Y's. So what you guys are thinking here is that paper towel that I know you guys remember under your feet that you're trying to rip apart to stabilize the low back in the legs and the hips. So we're going into that hip hinge, not a squat, pushing the wall away behind you, and then thinking about that paper towel, prying it apart. So for T's and Y's, palms face the screen. Like we should be able to high five like this. We're making a T by squeezing your shoulder blades behind you. Like there was a soda can in between your shoulders. You're trying to crush it. So you're making a T with your arms, come back down to center, and then you're making a Y. Biggest thing I'm looking for here, guys, is that the shoulders aren't up in the ears on that Y. Roll them back, keep them low, brace that core. All right, after that we have dead bugs, and I'll show you when we get there. 10 seconds before we get going on these bent over T's and Y's. So grab your weight if you haven't already, or if you're not using weight, that's still great too. Okay, 2 seconds, rip apart that paper towel. Here we go, we're going for 30 seconds of T's and Y's. I want you to pay attention to my low back. My back is flat like a coffee table. I'm not popping my booty out like J-Lo. The J-Lo booty's up in here today. 10 more seconds. Keep it up. You should be huffing and puffing even if you've got no weight. 3, 2, 1. Very nice, you guys. All right, come up. Shake the legs out if you want. Our next move, our third and final move for circuit 2 is dead bugs. You guys hopefully remember these. You're coming down just like a dead bug. 90-degree angles behind the knees and at the hips and in front of the ankles. So think 90, 90, 90. And then we're dropping one leg all the way extended and back in. Really pay attention, guys, as you extend that dropping leg. Don't let this knee hug into your chest. That's what you're going to want to do as you start to fatigue. Really focus on those 90-degree angles as you really press that belly button into the floor. All right, questions on dead bug? Everybody feel good about that? I can't see anyone, but I'm assuming so. We're going to start in about 8 seconds. If you feel anything in your low back, that's your rep count. All right, 2, 1, 30 seconds. Here we go. I recommend you don't go for speed here. You don't have to make your reps super slow, but make them slow enough that if I were to tell you to stop and pause your movement at any time, you could freeze frame. Really slow and controlled. Connect with the breath as you extend that leg. Exhaling through whatever part is the hardest for you. And inhaling on the easier portion of the move. 10 seconds, you guys got it. If you're feeling it in your low back, you're just recovering as you build core strength. 3, 2, 1, recover. All right, guys. The second circuit's gonna be a doozy. Not that you can't do it, but I want you to mentally prepare. We got 2 more rounds and we're gonna go hard. You're gonna challenge yourself and you're gonna be so glad you did when you're all sweaty. I'm already so sweaty, my headphones are getting all wet. Okay, I'm gonna give you about 20 more seconds of recovery so that I can do easy math on my clock. And then we're gonna get going. We go from our lateral 3-step to squat or your speed squats to your bent over T's and Y's to our dead bug. All right, we are gonna go in 5, 3, 2, 1. Lateral 3-step to a squat. I want you to challenge yourself with speed here. Whether you're going for speed squats right here, or if you're doing lateral work today, go for speed. Make sure that those shoelaces are tied, please. No tripping today. Really keep that chest up as you move down into that squat. Show me the logo on your shirt. You guys are more than halfway. Keep it up. Try and count how many reps you get in this round. See if you can beat that by 1 or 2 next round. All right, 3, 2, and 1. Recover for a second, guys. That one's a good one. All right, in about 15 seconds, we are moving right into bent over T's and Y's. So minimal recovery here, but if you need a little bit more, that's totally fine. Recover and hop in when you're ready. This is your workout. All right, 5. We're going bent over T's and Y's here. 3, 2, 1. Hip hinge, and then T's to our Y's. Keep those shoulders out of the ears. Eyes are right on the horizon to keep a nice neutral neck. The second you stop thinking about your paper towel, you're gonna lose some tension. You're halfway. Whew. Feel the burn in those legs. Brace that core, like if I were gonna come push you over, you're not gonna move. All right, 3, 2, and 1. Recover, guys. Whew. Okay, you got 25 seconds till we move on to dead bugs. So make that recovery count. Recall your balloon belly breathing. Take the breath a little deeper out of the chest. Help your body to recover faster. All right, 5 seconds. Start making your way down to the floor for those dead bugs. Palms face the sky. And we're going in 2 and 1. 90, 90, 90 degrees. Crushing that belly button into the floor. Really connect with those deep, deep core muscles that we don't typically get to interact with in our everyday life. Think about cinching your waistband muscles together, just like you've got a drawstring going all the way around your waist. All right, 8 seconds. Check those angles. 90, 90, 90. All right, 3, 2, 1. Recover, guys. All right, 30 seconds till our last round of circuit 2. Man, I can't keep the sweat out of my ears. Okay. All right, 20 seconds. Make this recovery count. Connect with the breath. This is your last circuit of circuit 2. Your last time doing our lateral 3 steps with the squat, bent over T's and Y's, and dead bugs. So ask yourself what you can do differently this round. Can you fit in an extra rep? Can you get a little extra weight? All right, let's go in 3, 2, 1. Go for speed. Quick feet, pick those feet up. Remember your options here, speed squatting. Finish that squat rep all the way at the top, squeeze, just like you're in a standing plank. You're more than halfway. You guys got this. Pick up those feet, 10 seconds. You won't regret working extra hard for 8 more seconds. Whew. 3, 2, 1. All right, recover, guys. 30 seconds. So our last bent over T's and Y's. Especially after a move like that where we really spike the heart rate. Move that breath deeper into the belly. Allow that oxygen to circulate through your muscles and through your body. All right, we're going in 3, 2, and 1. You're thinking about that paper towel as you crush that soda can between your shoulder blades. Thumbs are pointed up, don't forget. So if I don't have my can, my palms facing the camera. Create as much tension as you can here. We've got 5 seconds. 3, 2, and 1. Whew. Nice work, you guys. About 25 seconds. Grab a sip of water, make your way down to your back for one more set of dead bugs. This is it, and you can kiss dead bugs goodbye. On this last set, check in with your low back. Make sure you're not feeling anything. If you are, come around, finish off the circuit with plank or top of push-up hold. All right, guys, let's come down. We're starting in 3, 2, 1. Take your option as you check in with your body. Ask it what it needs. You're thinking 90, 90, 90. Pointing those toes to your nose. Slowly lower each leg. 5, 3, 2, and 1. Recover, you guys. Grab a sip of water. Shake it out. You'll have about a minute as I explain circuit 3. All right. Okay, circuit 3. We've got, we're going to start out with cross jabs and 4 shuffles. So cross jabs are actually our boxing move. So don't worry, no one's watching you. Guard up, and then you're facing front, not side or side, not either side. And you're going to cross jab 1, 2, 3, 4. So think about keeping the shoulders loose, but creating tension in the arms. So 1, 2, 3, 4 as you're bracing the abs. And then you're going to shuffle 4 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, shuffle 4 times. So that's your pattern, okay? So as you're shuffling, think about, you can see how I'm leaning slightly forward to it's almost controlled falling, I like to say. So that's our first pattern, the 4 jabs, 4 shuffles, and then you repeat. If you are going lighter on the knees today, instead of that shuffle, you're marching, okay? And then 4 jabs. So pick your option there. Next exercise after that, I'll remind you, but is going to be bottoms up split squat, which is kind of like a lunge. Don't worry if this is going to bother your knees. I'll give you an option. We're going to start at the bottom. So my knees hovering, it's not on the floor. Hovering, I've got about 90-degree angles behind the knees, and I'm pushing up to extended legs and back down. We're going to start the rep at the bottom. The rep count's going to finish at the bottom too. If that's going to bother your knees today, come down to your bridge, palms face the sky, and you're going to do marching hip bridge, which you saw in our ramp. This is going to work the same muscles. It's just going to take pressure off the knee. So take your pick there. So we go from our jabs and shuffles to our bottoms up split squat or marching hip bridge. And then our last exercise for this round is going to be in place inchworm, which is going to start as a hinge or a squat, kind of a squat. Inchworm your way out to top of push-up hold, and then inch your way back and up. That's 1 rep. If that's going to bother your knees today, you're down in top of push-up hold. You're going to stay top of push-up hold, and you're doing mountain climbers. You can go however slow or however fast you want. Those are our 3 exercises. Follow along with me again. You'll catch on after the second round, after the first round. Does anybody have questions on any of those or need an option that I didn't give? Thumbs up, all good? Okay, all right, we're gonna start in 10 seconds with our 4 cross jabs and 4 shuffles or marching, if that's where you're at today. All right, 3, 2, 1. Those 4 jabs are coming from the abs, followed by your 4 shuffles. Remember, you can go faster than me. You can go slower than me. But make sure you're getting that heart rate up and sticking with the movement. If you're marching today, you're right here. Notice how I'm rotating my rib cage just a little bit on my jabs, involving these side core muscles. About 10 more seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, guys, right into that bottoms up split squat or your marching hip bridge. So if your bottoms up split squat, actually, let me ask, is anybody doing bottoms up split squat or are we doing marching hip bridge? Looks like we have 2 people doing split squat. Okay, so if you're split squat, you're starting at the bottom and finishing at the bottom. Drive that front big toe into the ground. I'll tell you when to switch. We're not going yet. If you're doing marching hip bridge, you're down on the floor. You know what to do as you keep those hips up. Don't let them drop. All right. 5, 3, 2, and 1. If you're doing bottoms up split squat, remember what leg you're starting on. I'll tell you when we're halfway and you need to switch. Nice and slow. All right, bottoms up split squatters. 1 more rep at the bottom. Pop up, switch sides. If you're doing marching hip bridge, make sure those hips are high. Don't let them drop. Don't let your hips hinge or fold in between each rep. All right, 3, 2, 1. Recover, guys. Very nice. Okay, hopefully that was okay on everybody's knees. If it wasn't, please speak up. All right, in 15 seconds, we're going right into that in-place inchworm fast, or you're doing top of push-up hold mountain climbers. Okay, 3, 2, and 1. Inchworm your way out and inchworm your way back. This is the move. If this bothers your knees or your shoulders, you're out at top of push-up hold mountain climbers. So take your pick. All of these are going to get your heart rate up and create tension in the body. All right, 5 seconds. See if you can get 2 more reps in. 3, 2, 1. Recover. All right, so you survived our first round. We're only going to be going, this will be our last circuit. So you got 2 more rounds of your whole workout, which means about 5 more minutes. So ask yourself what you can give. This is it. 5 minutes to drain the tank. Recover here. Grab a sip of water. If you have a song that you know pumps you up to get you across that finish line, now's the time to add it to your cue. All right, in 11 seconds, we're going back to our cross jabs and shuffles, or you're marching to our bottoms up split squat or a marching hip bridge to inchworm. All right, let's go. 4 jabs, 4 shuffles. Pick up the feet, pick up the speed. If you're marching, you can still speed it up and pick it up. Think about squeezing everything, your glutes and your abs. Always think about me coming to push you over in your living room while you're doing your moves. You guys are close. 10 seconds, keep it up. Punch hard. Release that energy. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring it down. All right, nice, you guys. Your heart rate should be up there. You should be feeling some tension in the shoulders and arms. Let's bring it down to either bottoms up split squat or marching hip bridge. We're gonna start in 3, 2, 1. Take your pick. Get down to the floor. For my split squatters, I'll tell you when you're halfway. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze at the top. All right, split squatters, switch sides. Start at the bottom and finish at the bottom. My marchers, don't let those hips drop. Keep those toes pointed to your nose. All right, and recover, guys. If you started at the bottom, finish at the bottom. All right, okay. Your quads should be on fire, your hamstrings, your abs if you're doing marching hip bridge. Okay, we're moving on in 10 seconds too. In place inchworm. See how many more reps you can get, or your mountain climbers. Okay, 3, 2, 1, inchworm out, and right back in. If you want to challenge yourself, switch which hand you start with each time as you inchworm out. Remember your options here. If you're out at top of push-up hold the whole time, you're doing mountain climbers. Squeeze at the top. We've got 10 seconds. You guys got it. See if you can fit 3 more reps in. 3, 2, and 1. Recover, guys. Whew. Those get you more than they think. All right. You have 30 seconds. Actually, 45 before our last circuit. Or last set of our last circuit. So this is it. Last one of everything. Really time to drain the tank. Okay, 15 seconds. If you want to pick it up to 8 cross jabs, followed by 8 shuffles or 8 marches, you can. You don't have to. That's what I'm going to do this time. All right, 3, 2, and 1. How long and how hard can you punch? And how long can your shuffle stride be? From the side, I want you to think about those jabs being an elastic band that's pulling back into your guard fast. And then shuffle down. "15 seconds. Keep those shoulders relaxed out of the ears. Punch hard. 5, 3, 2, 1. Recover, guys. Very nice. A little something to make you feel like a badass in the morning. All right, moving up to bottoms up split squat or marching hip bridge. I'm gonna demo marching hip bridge for this last round, but you guys know where you're at. We're gonna start in 7 seconds. I'll still tell you when we're halfway for our split squatters. 3, 2, and 1. Don't let those hips drop. Squeeze the glute, especially that planted glute. All right, split squatters at the bottom of this rep, switch sides. Zip up that rib cage, pulling the hip bones together. You got 5 seconds. 3, 2, and 1. Recover. All right. Okay, you only have 10 seconds. We're going right into that third movement. Inchworm or your top of push-up hold mountain climbers. 3, 2, 1. Let's drain that tank, guys. 30 seconds and you are done. This is your last 30 seconds. What can you give to yourself? You're not giving it to me. 10 seconds. Keep it up. Last 10. 5, 3, 2, 1. Whew, recover. Holy cow. I'm so sweaty. You guys are so awesome. Thank you guys so much. Seriously, I hope these headphones aren't ruined after today. There's so much sweat in them. Thank you guys for showing up. Let's do a little bit of a cool down really quickly. I know some of you guys have to go, but just come down to, let's go ahead and sit. I want you to go ahead and open up the legs just as far as you can. If you need to bend the knees, that's okay. And wherever you can, just rest, folding over. Get a nice deep stretch all through the backs and your inner thighs. And this is where you really want to connect with the breath. Really allow yourself to recover. Just as much as you're training your body to work harder for longer, you're building up your endurance. You're also building the skill to recover. You're also building up that recovery muscle, how fast your heart can recover. And then kind of see what feels good for you with this move. Maybe move over to one side. If you want to lead with your chest, you can. If you want to lead with that shoulder, so you're getting a stretch down the side, you can. See what feels comfortable to you, what your body needs. But hold that breath in the belly. Slowly rotate your way to the other leg. And then same thing here, see what feels good. If it feels better to lead with the chest, or if it feels better to open the chest and lead with the shoulder. A little bit of a different stretch, both of those. And then let's come back to the center. Just see if you can sink a little bit deeper into that fold. Feels so good when we can just let go of the struggle. The reason we're not flexible is because our muscles have tension, which is good. But you want to learn how to manipulate that, how to let go of some of that tension to build mobility and flexibility. All right, walk yourself back up. Go ahead and bring your feet together to that butterfly. Imagine you have weights hanging off of your knees. Let gravity just pull your knees into the ground, wherever's comfortable for you. If you're up here, totally okay. And then find a comfortable position where you can fold over again. And then we'll go back to one of my favorite moves where you kind of turn your feet inside out. So the soles of your shoes are facing the ceiling. That'll really open up the low back, kind of that sacral area. And open up the hips. You might hear some popping. As long as it doesn't hurt, that's okay. Very nice, guys. All right, come up to standing. When you're in a good spot, shake out the legs if you want. Get the juices going. Then go ahead and just comfortably twist. Get a little bit of twisting in that upper spine. And then we're gonna get a nice lat stretch. So one arm or one leg behind the other, and then pulling the body. So this leg and this arm. The hand that you're holding, the arm that my right arm, this one, really just relax it. Let it be dead weight in your other hand. As you feel that deep stretch down the side. All right, get a little twist in the spine before we switch sides. Opposite leg comes behind, same side hand gets pulled. Let that arm that is being pulled just be dead weight. Really feeling that deep stretch down the side. All right, guys, really nice job. just get kind of a morning stretch in the shoulders, rolling the shoulders back. You want to go forward a couple times. You can, big arm circles. All right, you guys are awesome. Thank you so much for showing up, not only for me, but mainly for yourself, because your workout doesn't necessarily make a difference to my day, but I know it will make a difference to yours. So thank you, thank you, thank you. I hope this makes your day even 1% better. Hopefully you don't regret it. It's never been a sweat session that I regretted, unless maybe I ruin headphones. We'll see. Okay, you guys are awesome. Have an awesome day, and I'll talk to you all later. Bye-bye.